within the last couple of weeks, and there'll be more of those through the coming days. The thing that'll be falling from the sky here is rain. It has been a while, but yes, wet and windy weather will dominate as we head through the next few days. You can barely make out the UK here beneath this widespread band of rain. It moved in overnight, a lot of spray on the roads. Not welcome news for parents who are finally taking the children back to school and actually getting pretty wet this morning, so take that wet weather gear with you. It starts dry in Scotland, rain moves in here. It does turn a little dry for Northern Ireland later. 5 to 11 degrees our temperatures, but adding in the cloud, the wind and the rain, feeling pretty disappointing. And it's through this evening and overnight we see our next sort of weather front moving in from the west. The isobars squeeze together. We have warnings from the Met Office tonight into tomorrow morning. Gusts through western and southern areas, 60, maybe 70 miles an hour. So a squally night ahead, Ranveer. Wet and windy is the name of the game. Good morning to you. A powerful jet stream has been ramping up and it's set to drive wet and windy weather across our shores through the next few days. It is coming right across the Atlantic. It's the conveyor belt that brings with it wet and windy weather. Weather fronts moving through, showing the rain. The isobars close together, showing how windy it will be. There are warnings in force for wind for tomorrow, but they are likely to be more issued as we head through the rest of this coming week. So some very different weather to come after pretty much for the last month. It's been largely dry for many of us, but the outlook for this morning is this: a very wet scene greeting us this morning, a band of heavy rain moving through England and Wales, and another one hot on its heels making its way into Northern Ireland. So first thing this morning, dry for Scotland, a few scattered showers here, but it won't stay that way for long because this wet and windy weather spreads right across the country. Temperatures today arbitrary, really 11, 12 best for most, but it will turn wet and windy, so it will feel a lot colder than that. So let's check out this outlook, which is looking very different to what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. First of all, let's start with our temperatures across the north of the UK. Scotland, Northern Ireland, the far north of England. Average temperature lying down here. The outlook is relatively mild for many of us, but it's percentage charts of rainfall that is much higher than it's been over the last few days. And also looking at the weather symbols as well. Heavy rain through the country, for the northern areas today, tomorrow lasting for the rest of the working week, but hints that things turn drier through the weekend and on into next week. The fortunes further south for your 7 days, helping you plan. Again, for England and Wales, south of the Humber, south of roundabout Leeds, the outlook is mild. Average temperature line is down here, around about 9 for the time of year. But it's the rainfall. Percentages have been relatively low for the last couple of weeks, nearly the last month actually. Heavy today, very high chance of rainfall, and for the rest of the working week. But again, the outlook turns drier for many of us as we head into next week, as the winds also look set to ease as well.